Welcome to the It's All Fine and Danjee podcast, where hosts Dan and Angie talk with creatives, small business owners, charities, and all kinds of interesting people. It's all real talk. It's all fine and Danjee.
Hey guys, how are you doing? We're doing great.
Now you're doing Tony the Tiger. You're doing Tony the Tiger. Well,
I've done Mrs. Doubtfire, Tony the Tiger. Who's next? I don't know. I haven't decided.
Well, I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I am glad to be back.
Patun-tun. What's that?
I'm back.
Patun-tun. I sound like Chandler when they say you're whooped, he goes, "Whoopah." And they're like, that's not how you do it.
When he tries to go whoop.
Yeah.
On Friends.
Pa-pa-pa. What was I just doing? I'm trying to do the
noise he does?
I was trying to do the little noise whenever you do a funny joke, and it's like the drum thing. Cha-cha. What is it?
I don't know what it is either. I think there was probably a button built into this mixer thing that did that, but I've overridden all of them now. There was like, or whatever.
That's what it is. It's like when somebody does a funny joke that's not really funny. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
So you're saying my comment about my back wasn't funny?
Your dad jokes are phenomenal.
Well, just a health update for me. The last time Angie and I did an episode with just us, I mentioned something about my back. And, Mackenzie chimed in.
Hi, Corgi.
And wow, things went from bad to worse. And I'm not exactly sure what happened or how it happened, but my back was very sore. And
Corgi lost her bully stick.
Oh,
so you keep talking, and I'm going to go get the bully stick for the dog, because this is what happens when you let the dog wander around when you're recording a podcast.
Okay. That is okay. But to make a short story long, I guess, maybe it's not that short of a story anyway, but about 10 days ago, I was heading out to my truck. My back was sore, and this same thing happened almost 8 years ago. I really pulled my back out, and I could barely make it back into the house. Took me about 20 minutes to get from my truck to the bed. I laid in the bed from Thursday morning until Friday morning without moving, and finally had to call an ambulance to come take me to the hospital. So spent the night in the hospital. I'm back home, been home for a week, but my back is still so incredibly sore. And I start physical therapy tomorrow. So
yes, you do. Hopefully we can get all that worked back out.
Indeed. Dun-dun-dun.
There.
But we missed the big orange event from Whimsy, which I really hated because I was going to have a book booth there. And plus, we just were excited to go. I was going to do some drone work there. And instead, I spent the day on the couch. I feel like my life has been on the couch for a while.
And I would have much rather been at the big orange event because I got to finish painting.
Yes.
Since I was stuck here at home, I got to paint.
You've been doing everything, basically.
I hate painting, by the way. I always have this thing that is going to be so easy, and it's not.
Tell us how you really feel about painting.
Yeah. I actually don't hate cutting in, with a brush.
Yep.
I really think I would have not cussed as much if I would have just painted literally the whole room with a brush. Dan heard me out here.
She doesn't like the roller, which I like the roller, but...
No, it just drips everywhere, and whoever invented them, they're in cahoots with the paint company to see how much paint can we actually sop up that you can waste in this roller that's not going to go on the wall.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. It's how they get you.
But then also, I guess...
By the way, why do you have your sweater on? Is it sweater weather? Is it sweater weather?
You just want to say sweater weather.
Is it sweater weather? Oh my God. Is it sweater weather?
Because I don't know why. The air conditioning kicked on and I'm wearing my cardigan. It's my Clark W. Griswold.
Weather in this house.
It's a Clark W. Griswold. It's a Magnum PI.
Did I age myself by doing sweater weather?
No, you did not. I don't think so. Did I age myself by making a reference to the original Vacation movie? Not even Christmas Vacation. But
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, I did in sort of leading up to the Big Orange event from the Whimsy Market, which was the big market they did at the Sensational Farms. I did a local author signed book basket on the Whimsy Waffle, kind of to promote, and it was really cool. Somebody, a bunch of people put their money in, and then somebody won it. But that was kind of sort of leading up to, it's going to be like a promo to the thing. But it was still cool to kind of, get people buying. I'm going to do another one on the Whimsy Market soon.
Yeah, I talked to a few people that went to the market. And then, of course, we know a few of the vendors.
Yep.
And it was a good event. So very
Seems
excited.
like,
It was beautiful weather.
Yeah,
And
perfect day for it. But anyways, the book basket is both of my novels, both personally signed, in like a basket with some pens and business cards and like a mug that says something cool like Reading is Sexy or Fiction Addiction or whatever like that. So
I love it. Speaking of giveaways, so I've been doing these little trivia Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So I post something about a local business. It's been on the show, by the way. It's people that have been on the show. I might veer away from that eventually because some of the people, there's nothing I can give for some of the, if we had a teacher on or something, what am I going to give? A donation to a school? I don't know what to do with something like that. But anyway, we'll think about that later.
Yeah.
So I might veer off from maybe places we've not had on the show yet, but maybe they'll be on the show in the future or something like that. Anyway, we've been posting these little trivia things to give clues about a local biz.
Ashley Trinidad is killing it, by the way.
Super fan. What's she doing over there?
She's awesome.
Anyway, I started doing it at random times. So it's like not somebody just waiting at 2:00 to jump on and answer. So I'm kind of randomly doing it throughout the day now. But I've had such great interaction from all of our, followers. It's been amazing. We've seen some uptake in follows. And I'm proud of that for the posting that we've been doing on social, that I've been doing on social media, because we've had like a 421% increase in our visibility.
I know, I love that. You're killing it.
So it's really,
it works.
I thought it's not really a big deal if I put something on there, but it really is.
It does work. Timing works and everything. And listener, what she's referring to as far as the Wednesday thing, if you're not familiar, that what Angie does is she'll post not a riddle, but like a hint or something about...
I just expect everybody's heard what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, we're hoping we have new listeners joining here from the traffic increase. But, what she does on the Wednesdays is she'll do like a riddle, or it's kind of like a trivia thing, and not telling you what the business is, but if you've heard the episode they're on, then you'll know what business that is. And if you guess it right, if you're the first one to guess, then you will win a prize from that small business, which is pretty neat. It's a great idea.
Yeah. So I'm really trying to, promote the business more, get people in, visiting that place. Maybe they try a product from there. They get a little, coupon or gift card or something to go in, and they've never tried it before. Maybe it'll be a new loyal customer.
I think it's a great idea. And you're also doing these Featured Friday things, right?
Yeah, so Feature Friday, I've been taking past guests that have been on and that run a small business and just kind of reposting about what it is they do, what episode they were on, just to remind people that, we've had a lot of guests on the show that have local small businesses. So I'm really just trying to get them reposted and share about those places again.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's been, getting really great response too. So
I think it's a great idea. And then also, just to circle back to a couple quick things about my books. I promised not to keep talking about it, but I just wanted to finish a couple thoughts there. I'm not going to do my newsletter. I mentioned that I was trying to fire back up a way to do proper marketing with blogging and newslettering. And after I have abandoned the newsletter for literally 2 years, I started to fire it back off. And whatever, there's 100 people maybe on the newsletter. I don't know how many there is. I don't remember, but I got a response back that someone unsubscribed, and it reminded me, even after not getting the newsletter for a couple of years, email marketing. I know some people do it. I know some of you guys do it. I hate it. And I don't know why I was going to do it, because I don't like it. I don't like it when someone emails me, even if I'm a fan of theirs. I would rather find you on social media. I know that's not proper marketing because I'm doing I'm kind of having to go find you, but I changed my mind. I said a few episodes ago, I'm going to fire that thing back up. I'll still do the blog and stuff for those that follow, but I'm not going to hammer people with emails, even if it's once a month. I don't know what I was thinking, but I am not going to do that. It's just not the way I want to market.
Yeah,
so
I think I am supposed to take over your social media for Daniel Fox Books too.
Yes.
I'm going to add that to the plate pretty soon.
That will be awesome. And then speaking of plugging local businesses First off, Angie, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Really do. I think you will do great.
I was waiting for that. No, I'm just kidding. I just stared off into space for a minute.
Well, I started to say, I'm 2 sips into a beer. I haven't had any alcohol, not 1 drop of alcohol in 2 weeks because of this back thing, and they had me on pain pills and stuff. So I've had like 2 sips of beer, and I feel like laying on the couch already. That's what happened.
Yeah.
We had the greatest plan for Valentine's Day night. I thought it was kind of a secret, but it really wasn't because Angie knew what I had planned. But Tornatore's, Denny Tornatore and Tornatore's Italian Restaurant and Market, they had a special Valentine's Day menu. And of course, because we're like super fan VIP nerds for that place, I think we may have gotten advance notice. And so I texted Denny and said, "Oh, definitely book us wine pairing." They had all these beautiful courses of the meal coming. I was so excited, but I had to cancel because of my back. There was no way I could have sat that long. And,
yeah, you wouldn't have enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you can't really like sit down for 10 minutes and then stand up for 10 minutes and then sit down for 10 minutes at a fancy dinner. But we will definitely be back to Tornatore's as soon as we can. But I hated to miss that. But for those of you that may have gone, let us know. Let us know how it was. I'm sure it was amazing. And for those
I saw
of you
the menu. It was amazing.
Oh, I know. For those of you that don't know about Tornatore's, if you're in the area and you want some Italian cuisine that is authentic Italian, and we are talking some of the best meals you've ever had in your life, I promise you, got to go to Tornatore's. They're in the College Park area.
And if you go in, you make sure to tell them the Superfan VIPs sent you.
That's right. I always
Dan
forget.
and Angie from It's All Fine and Danjee.
Can I tell you, Angie and I have talked about that. We always forget to say that. Listener, if you go somewhere, because we've had people come and say, "Oh, I went to so-and-so because you guys told us." Or, I told Angie, I was literally walking the dog around the lake and ran into a lady who recognized my Ray Romano voice and said, "Oh, you guys, you do the podcast. Oh, because of you guys, we've been to this place and that place." And I was like, "That's awesome." And then as I walked away, I thought, that place doesn't even know that we sent people there.
No.
So if you
I wish people would, I mean, I know I would if I came to some place and I heard about it from, I heard about it from another person or something. I would always tell the owner, whoever works there.
Yeah.
I would. But that's because
Please
this is kind of what we do.
Yeah.
Somebody else just might not be thinking of that. So
yeah, we would love it. I mean, we're not making money from it or anything, but I think it would just be really nice for them to see that, we've driven business there and that it works. So.
Yeah, they're getting some visibility. Oh, I wanted to go back to Ashley Trinidad, who owns Cocoa Sweet Treats.
Yes.
It's the gourmet cotton candy. If you haven't had it, you need to have it. Okay. But she, at the Big Orange Day, she had showed me a picture of this because I saw her the day before. Oh, doggy's ringing the doorbell.
Doggy's ringing the doorbell.
Hold on. We're going to pause for a short commercial break. No, just kidding. No commercial coming. All right. We're back from our commercial break. Dan just told me that there wasn't really a pause to you, but there was a pause to me because he hit pause on the button. So guess what? We're still here.
Okay. So Ashley Trinidad. Yep.
So she did these cutest little sampler packs of her cotton candy. And she put it in a little cellophane bag, and it was her small packs of cotton candy, but it was the rainbow colors.
Oh, nice.
So cute, right? But guys, if you have any St. Patty's Day gifts that you need to get, that's coming up March 17th.
Yeah.
Or for a party, how cute would it be to get one of those from her, the little rainbow, rainbow, and then do like a rainbow and like a little pot of those chocolate candies that are like coin looking, covered in gold.
Perfect little St. Patty's Day.
Like a rainbow.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, it's so cute.
I love it. Well, I'm going to do the shameless plug for Ashley and Cocoa Sweet Treats, but if you want to know more about her business, you can listen to episode 154 of the podcast, and when we had them on, and Andrew and Ashley told us all about how they got that business started. It was very cool.
It's doing very, very well. I'm very happy.
I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear that. We also mentioned the Wekiva Paint Out is coming. Well, it's closer now. That's between February. That can't be the right date. February 7th and March 1st.
You wrote something down wrong.
It runs a month long.
27th, probably.
27th, maybe. While I'm stalling for time for that, I'm also going to mention that King Grove, and you may remember King Grove from way back in the show. They were on in the first season of the show on episode 51, but they have what they refer to as real organic blueberries, and we found out the difference between supposed organic and real organic. But King Grove, their season's coming. And what's really important to know about that is they start taking pre-orders.
Because they will sell out.
Yeah, they start taking pre-orders on March 15th, and they have 5-pound boxes. And it's really cool because you can drive out to the farm, and they've got them boxed up and ready to rock. And these are the best blueberries you're ever going to have. But they are truly organic, not just stamped with the organic logo for marketing. We love them. We're definitely going to get ourselves a box. And just remember, if you go to King Grove, tell them
it's all fine and Danjee.
It's all fine and Danjee. And back to the Wekiva Paint Out. That's February 27th through March 1st. It is not a month-long event.
It is not. Oh, also back to blueberries.
Well, we're all over the place tonight.
We're really all over the place. They also sell amazing honey there.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
have the wildflowers that, out there that the bees collect.
What do they sell?
Honey.
Huh?
Honey.
Yeah.
What honey? Honey. Whatever. And they have like blueberry tea too. Remember? They started
I do remember the blueberry tea.
That is good tea right there, guys. And it's got great antioxidant benefits for you as well.
So we're going to switch back to Wekiva Paint Out, and then in just a minute we'll switch back to blueberries again.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
What color are blueberries? Are they strawberries, maybe? Are we picking strawberries?
We are loopy. But the Paint Out, we mentioned it before, but if you hadn't heard, at Wekiva Island, they do this paint out thing every year where artists come from all over. They sit along the edge of the river, they get in the kayaks and canoes and go down the river, and they find a spot, and they just stand there and they paint nature for what they see, and they end up with these amazing paintings. There's a gala event, and that the paint out itself is free to go, but the gala event is a all-inclusive event that there is a fee for that. You can find out more at wekivapaintout.com. We'll put a link in the show notes for that.
Yes, they have their very own website for that since it's been going on for so many years.
It has, and I know we're all over the place, but the one last thing I wanted to mention...
A corgi came running in here very quickly with the zoomies, by the way.
The last thing I wanted to mention as we're sort of wrapping up on our sort of plugs for what's going on around town, but you may also remember that Angie and I interviewed those that run the Puzzle Ranch and
in Sorrento.
It is the coolest place that is like a almost like an old Western town that's set up.
That's what they're going for.
For events for kids, and they are having an autism awareness festival April 29th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. You can find out more about Puzzle Ranch if you listen to episode 144 of the podcast. So
yes, definitely take a listen, especially if you have a child with autism or know somebody that does. They do a lot of great things. They do family events out there.
Yeah.
For kids with autism, and they have a petting zoo and all sorts of like interactive stuff out there. So really cool.
And they're very, their kids have autism. Cameron was the woman that we spoke to out there. We went out and sat with her and spoke, but I think that's important because they know how to, manage any scenarios that may happen or make the kids feel more comfortable and make sure that it's safe. And a lot of good information that we learned from them, because sometimes autistic kids, let's say they wandered away a little bit, they won't call for help. So they've got a really safe area out there that's not really in the woods, but it kind of feels like it is. So it's really fun for the kids. But anyway, that festival is coming up. If you want to know more about it, you can find out more at Puzzle Ranch's website. We'll put a link in the show notes for that as well.
That's right, guys. And we just appreciate each and every week that you tune in, even the weeks when we don't have guests on and you're just listening to our little nonsense that we're just jabbering on and talking over each other. Some nights we're like this, guys. We're just loopy, and like this happens sometimes. I don't know what to say.
Why are you hiding your phone? What's this surprise news you're going to tell me?
Is there surprise news? I was just going to say, hey guys, if you love the show, make sure to check out our Patreon page and become a Patreon. Help support the show so that we can just keep it up and running. There are expenses behind the scene that come out of our pocket. Out of our pocket.
Come out of our popka.
Come out of our popka. Come out of our pocket to help just run the show, keep the website up, things like that. So we would very much appreciate if you donate $1, $3, $5. It's a monthly subscription. Super
Super easy to
even
do.
$1 a month helps. But yeah, we appreciate every little bit helps, you know.
Indeed, and thank you so much to those of you that are already donating. It's we're collecting that money up to help cover some of the costs of the music and the hosting of the podcast and things like that. It's really, we're not making any money on it. We're not even breaking even, but we definitely really, really appreciate those of you that have decided to assist us that way.
Yes, definitely. And guys, thank you so much once again. And remember, at the end of each and every day, it's all fine and dandy.
So what did you think? Did you like the show? If you did like the show, we would love a review on the Apple Podcast app or whatever app you use to listen. And if you want to hear more, you can subscribe on that same app so you get notified when new shows come out. You can see pictures from each episode, including our guests, at fineanddanjee.com, and you can follow us on all social media at fineanddanjee. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Mackenzie, is that a puppy? Is that a puppy?